through a prism. Just you see, I have taken a prism and the laser torch. When incident light is going to incident, then just you see the refracted ray and the emergent ray. Just see once properly. There's a simple and very interesting activity. Incident ray, refracted ray and the emergent ray. And the angle between the emergent ray and the direction of the incident ray is the angle of deviation. Right? Refraction through the prism. The beautiful experiment or the activity it is. The refraction through a prism. Here, one prism, and if you are having the white light, then what happens? This white light, if I am going to take the white light is going to disperse into 7 colors. So that splitting of the 7 color by the prism is the dispersion of light. Right? Now, what happens actually? The white light is going to incident on the reflecting edge, then it split up into 7 different colors. That's the basic idea which you had gone through earlier. If it is white light here, Vibgyor means red is deviating least. Red is deviating least, and violet is deviating maximum. Now the point is, what is the cause behind it? Cause of the splitting of this particular white light into 7 colors. That is the dispersion of light. What is the cause of the dispersion? One simple relation is there, Cauchy's relation, which you have to remember that according to this, refractive index is equal to A plus B by lambda square plus dot dot dot. Means A and B are the Cauchy's constant, and refractive index is inversely proportional to the square of the wavelength. That is the main cause. And in the white light is in fact consists of 7 different colors and different wavelengths are also there. So its a refractive index is different, and as the refractive index is different, so its angle of deviation is also different. So it is going to split up into 7 different colors. So that is the cause of the dispersion of light, and we know the refractive index is directly proportional to the angle of deviation. So angular deviation for different colors is different. Angle is different for different color. That is the main cause. Another fundamental point is there. That fundamental point is that in vacuum, that's the interesting fact, dispersion of light does not take place. Because all colors travels in vacuum with same speed. That means if we want to relate it with the speed, then we can write the refractive index of glass is different for different colors. Color means wavelength. So the speed, that's the important point, all have to note down. The speed of different colors in glass is different. Means if the refractive index is different, the speed is also different. So we can say that due to the variation in the speed, it's split up. Due to the variation means different variation of the speed of different colors in glass, dispersion takes place. That's the fundamental. In all the junior class also you had gone through it. Now the mathematical part of this refraction of light by the prism. Say this is a prism, diagram of the prism. Here one ray of light, we have taken a monochromatic light. Here the incident ray, this is the refracted ray, and this is the emergent ray. And this is a normal drawn, and this is n dash, normal drawn at the point of incidence. 2 times the refraction occurs at D and F, right? Now this I had given the name. This is the angle of prism A. Now this ray of light, the incident ray is having this direction, emergent ray is having this direction. So I am going to increase the direction of the incident ray, like that, and just trace it back the direction of the emergent ray. Trace it back like that. So this angle, this one, is known as the angle of deviation, del. Say this angle I have taken I, angle of incidence. This angle, say I have taken R1, angle of reflection. Here also angle of reflection, another one. Incident for this particular point R2 I have taken, and this is your angle of emergence. Right, clear? Say this particular angle is del 1 and this angle is del 2. Just see it clearly. Del 1, del 2. Here the angle del. Now mathematical part of this prism we are discussing about. All clear? Now just to see the particular diagram or the triangle which we are going to A, B, C, D, E, F. Here this point is G. If you are going to see this particular triangle D, F, G, so this is the exterior angle. So del is equal to, we can write del is equal to del 1 plus del 2 directly. Exterior angle theorem. Right? Now find out the value of del 1 and del 2. Just to see once, this angle is equal to this pole, vertically opposite angle. So I is equal to del 1 plus R1. I is equal to del 1 plus R1. we can write it vertically opposite angle, right? Now again here, if you are going to see here also vertically opposite angle, E is equal to del 2 plus R2, again vertically opposite angle. So from here del 1 and del 2 we can find out and put in 1. So equation 1 becomes del is equal to del 1, we can write I minus R1 plus del 2 E minus R2, we can write it I plus E minus R1 plus R2 is equal to del. Give it equation number 2, right? Now this is the equation number 2. Now see it here, this we got, this is the equation number 2. Now just to see the diagram, ADEF, this is a quadrilateral. In quadrilateral, we know in case of quadrilateral, all the internal angles are equal to 360. So you can write it in this way. So we can see it here. This is 90. This total is also 90. So this plus this is also equal to 180. So directly I am going to write it. So angle A plus angle E is equal to 180. Similarly, in the triangle, just to see the diagram once again, DEF, R1 plus E plus R2 is equal to 180. R1 plus R2 plus E is equal to 180. So we can write it in this manner. So if we are going to compare, what we will get, R1 plus R2 is equal to angle A, if we are not writing the angle sign. So this, now put this value in equation number 2. So equation 2 becomes del is equal to I plus E minus A. That is a very important relation for prism. Del is equal to I plus E minus A. Or we can write del plus A. This we can write it also here. Del plus A is equal to I plus E. Da plus I, to remember it. Okay, that is the one derivation. Another point in the prism, so we got a very important relation, del is equal to I plus E minus A. Del plus I is I minus A. So if we are going to see this particular relation, we can see if I increases, del decreases, but till a particular angle of incidence. And then after, if I increases, del also increases. So if we are going to draw a graph between I and del, then the graph looks like this. I increases, del decreases at a particular minimum position or minimum point of angle of deviation. That is known as the minimum angle of deviation, and this is a particular value of I. That this is del m is your angle of minimum deviation. Angle of minimum deviation, and this condition occurs when I is equal to E, angle of emergence. I is equal to E, that is a very important condition. This is practically, it has been seen, and this graph is important for the practical part also. One experiment is also there in class 12. The student have to do it. So there is another point. There is only one and only one angle, one and only one angle of incidence for which the deviation produced by prism is minimum. Okay, this is an important condition. Now the condition for minimum deviation in prism, for the prism. For the minimum deviation, we know experimentally I is equal to E. So we can write it with the help of that particular diagram which we have drawn earlier, like that. Goes the same diagram. We can write it here that 2 times reflection occurs, reflection 1, reflection 2. So directly applying the Snell's law, sin I by sin R1. You remember what is R1? Is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to air, and second reflection, this is the here, and then the reflection takes place here at this particular point. In the last diagram which I have drawn, sin R2 by sin E is equal to, we can write refractive index of air with respect to glass. With the help of principle of reversibility, we can write it 1 by mu G A. Principle of reversibility, refractive index of air with respect to glass is the reciprocal of the refractive index of glass with respect to air. So we can write it, this equation, just if we are going to invert it, ulta karna. So sin E by sin R2 is equal to mu G A. Right hand side is same. We can write this is equal to this. So equation becomes sin I by sin R1 is equal to sin E by sin R2. So from this relation we can write angle I is equal to angle E, numerator, and R1 is equal to R2. A very important condition for the minimum deviation for the prism. Now, how to find the refractive index of material of the prism. In this case particular, we got a relation del plus A is equal to I plus E. That was number one. And also we got R1 plus R2 is equal to A. So at minimum deviation condition, we can write it for the minimum deviation condition, del is equal to del M and I is equal to E. We have taken, and R1 is equal to R2, both are same, say it is equal to R. So if we are going to write it R, then it is, and just put the value, condition, put this value in this. So equation 1 becomes del M plus A is equal to I plus I. In place of E also I am writing I. So it will be twice I del M plus A. So therefore I is equal to del M plus A by 2. Right? Similarly, put the value of R1 is equal to R2 plus is equal to R in equation 2. So equation 2 becomes R plus R is equal to A. Why? Because R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R. So I am writing R plus R in place of R1 and R2. In place of R1 and R2. So it is twice R is equal to A. So R is equal to A by 2. Equation number 4. Now put the value in the equation. We can write it, this value. So we know mu is equal to sine I by sine R. Relative refractive index, say the glass with respect to air, mu is equal to, in place of I we are writing this sine A plus del M by 2, and in place of R we are writing A by 2. R is equal to A by 2 sine A by 2. So that is the very important relation. And this is the refractive index of the material of the glass with respect to air. Right. Now for the prism, for the small prism, say if the prism is small prism means A and del M are small. If this is a condition, small condition, then we know the sine theta is equal to theta if theta is small. Same concept we are using here. So mu becomes A plus del M by 2 by A by 2 is equal to A plus del M by A. 2 to cancel. So ultimately mu A is equal to A plus del M. is equal to del m is equal to a mu minus 1. Take it here, a common, mu minus 1. So that is your minimum angle of minimum deviation for small prism. For small prism. And again it is very important relation for the small prism. So prism is a very important topic for the CBSE. So once again I am going to show the diagram of the previous one which I have shown it. The diagram is so this is the diagram, you remember, very important diagram. So we have derived all the concept, basic idea of the prism, and whatever the relation we got. This is the diagram, which one is R1, R2, del 1, del 2, what is del I, E, like that, how we have derived, we got this. And after that we got the refractive index and the condition for the minimum deviation. Okay. Thank you.